3 days before Donald Trump returned to the White House, a coin with his name on it went on sale. In 2 days, it touched $75. Then, it collapsed. Buyers lost hundreds of millions. Reuters estimates the family made about 616, and this was one of 4. One buyer put $2,000 in. By the end of May, it was worth under $120. Across 4 Trump-linked ventures, more than 1 million investors were down an estimated $2.3 billion by the end of April. Some of that was on paper. Some was already real. The family behind the projects was not down. Reuters put their side at $2.3 billion as well. Those aren't the same pile of money moving across a table. There's something more interesting. The two sides were never making the same bet. Buyers needed crypto to keep rising. The family could earn when people simply bought. So how do you build a crypto empire that wins before the market decides whether it works? In 2021, Trump called Bitcoin a scam against the dollar.
In the subject, and last year I promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world and the crypto capital of the planet, and we're taking historic action to deliver on that.
2 months after that, he was promoting a token sale with his family's name on it. A Trump-linked entity lends the name, not money. Attention brings buyers. Buyers bring cash. A share of that cash reaches the family side before the market decides what any of it is worth. The buyers keep the thing whose price can fall. Structures differ by project. The asymmetry doesn't. The clearest evidence is World Liberty Financial. It sells a governance token. That's a vote, not a share of the profits. The company publishes its own terms. An entity called DT Marks DeFi LLC agreed to have its principals, including Donald Trump, promote the project. In return, 22.5 billion tokens and 75% of net protocol revenues. Net. After costs and a treasury reserve, that's their wording, not an estimate. Those sales brought the family more than $1.4 billion. Early sales went at 1.5 cents. The token peaked near 46 cents. By April, it was 6 cents. Buyer losses, 674 million, and most couldn't sell. Only 20% unlocked at launch. A proposal pushed the rest to 2030. World Liberty rejects this. It says WLFI isn't an investment product and that Reuters blurred realized and paper losses. That's fair. A number on a screen isn't a loss until you sell, and many of these holders can't. The meme coin is the loudest example. A meme coin owns nothing and promises nothing. Its price is whatever attention it can hold. 2 days after launch, $75.35. By April, $2.38. The family's side came to about 616 million. Buyers lost more than 700. In May 2025, the biggest holders were invited to dinner. Investors spent around 148 million competing for a seat. The coin's own site says it isn't intended as an investment opportunity, contract, or security. The same advantage showed up inside public companies. In August 2025, a NASDAQ-listed firm raised 750 million in new shares. It spent $717 million buying WLFI. More than 500 million of that reportedly reached the family through the revenue arrangement. Not additional money, part of how that $1.4 billion got so large. The stock went from above $9 to 75 cents. Investor losses, about 675 million. Then, American Bitcoin. Eric Trump received a 9% stake. Experts who reviewed the balance sheet found no evidence he put money in. His shares are restricted and were still worth over 70 million. Outside shareholders were down more than 200. Now the part that needs care. While these ventures ran, the president was setting crypto policy. January, an executive order on digital assets. February, the SEC said meme coins aren't securities. March, a strategic Bitcoin reserve. July, a federal stablecoin law 4 months after World Liberty launched one. And across that year, the SEC dismissed 7 crypto enforcement cases. None of that is illegal. None of it has been found to be a favor. The White House says the president has never engaged in conflicts of interest. The Trump Organization says the holdings sit in discretionary accounts run by independent institutions. Reuters notes the trust is overseen by his children. What you have is overlap, not a proven trade. Then, the strangest fact in the story. The 2025 disclosure showed more than 1.4 billion in crypto-related income. So where did it go? His stock and bond portfolios grew at least 4-fold. From a reported 225 to 608 million, up to 2.6 billion. Those are ranges. And Reuters couldn't trace which crypto dollars went where. But the direction is hard to miss. The case against this film. Crypto fell across the board that year. Of 27 investors Reuters interviewed, 5 reported a profit. American Bitcoin says it maintains rigorous governance standards. Some early buyers made money. Crypto can recover. And none of this proves fraud. But it does reveal an unequal bet. Buyers needed the assets to keep rising. The family could collect revenue and ownership while the market was still deciding. The buyers were betting on crypto. The family was monetizing the bet itself. That is the playbook.